Working as intended.
Cheating scum. Hooray, we've made it! We've made it to Canada. Squeenix. Run away! Run away! It's like previously on Final Fantasy. Like, dagnag, but gotta run. Gotta meet up with our deep-voiced Lala friend. This fight's gonna drag on. I'll get fucked. Nice to meet you. I get to go to Newtown, so I get to go and get all the Aetherites again. Wait, no, first I have to do 1.0 lore shit, right? Alright, only finished one of those 2 quests. Scheming Lalafell. Yeah, double dragoon. Many dragoons. So finally make it to expansion 65 parts in. But hey, I think we got 99% of ARR done. And we get a new title screen. I actually started playing this game in Heaven's Ward. This quest with Nananji. Nanji desires more information from Louis Vuitton's biography. You'll continue accompanying you then. Welcome. Wonderful. Come, let's head to the Drowning Wench to discuss our next move. Alright, see ya. Oh, what? Just instant cutscene to the Drowning Wench? It's not MMO-like. It's not making me run all the way over there. What's up, badass? Our research proceeds at pace so far. We've even learned things not found in literature. But tell me, based on what you've heard from our interviews, what is your opinion of Louisoix? He's an exceptional leader. He had a difficult task. Others deserve more credit. I mean, sounds like he had a difficult task, and he was an Can I say, like, all of the above except for the bottom? Oh well. He's an exceptional leader. Praise the dude. I agree, he possessed great leadership. If not, he couldn't have established a framework to realize his plans, no matter how brilliant they may have been. What struck me was how grateful the interviews were to Louisoix for bringing their nations together in cooperation. It was nothing short of necessary for our survival. Yet knowing this, I can't help but wonder. In his capacity as a tactician, it seems to me that he had done more than enough by devising a plan and facilitating its execution. And far beyond that, risking life and limb on the front lines for a land not his own. Perhaps he needed to be there for the ritual. Perhaps he felt a sense of duty. Duty. Even so, as noble as it is to desire to help others, what good is if you end up sacrificing yourself? What was it that compelled Louisoix to go to Carteneau, and what went through his mind as the battle unfolded? In order to do his biography justice, I feel I need to know these things. Louisoix had people near him at the time. Perhaps he shared words with them in his final moments, words that could provide some insights. But where to begin searching for such individuals, assuming they exist? Hi. Sorry, friends, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Just so happens I know a bloke has served among Louisoix's guard at Carteneau. Surprise! Truly, you know someone who was with him? As far as I'm aware, he was keeping the fact a secret just for good measure, though. Why do you want to speak with him? Louisoix's biography, eh? In that case, I reckon the bloke would be willing to cooperate. Orn Gwinkum is his name, and he is a lieutenant of Maelstrom. After the calamity, he turned to adventuring so as to be greater help to the common folk. A Maelstrom officer turned adventurer. We'd be most keen to speak with him. Where might he be found? When Orn dropped in the other day, he said that he had business in the Morby dry docks. If you're lucky, he's still there. Understood. We're in your debt. We can't let this chance pass us by. Let's take ourselves to the dry docks at once. Yo. Thanks for the help. Not we get teleported to the dry docks as well? Or are we making us walk all the way over there? Making us walk all the way over there. That's okay, you can teleport there. Along with all the people who are visiting their islands. Hi, right, where could Orn be? In hindsight, we should have asked what he looks like. His name would suggest he's a Midlander, but Well, nothing for it but to make inquiries. Let's split up the task and meet again here. Do you know anything? Lala, friends. I'm sorry, but I've only just started helping out here. I'm still learning our customers' names. I can't say this person you're after, but a man did come by earlier who appeared to be an adventurer. He bought an Amia Lily that we're currently trialing. Rogadin Porter. Orn, as it happens, I spoke to him just earlier. He said that he wanted to buy flowers, so I directed him to a vendor. Not sure where he is as of now, though. I ship that. Looking for Orn Gwinkum, you say? Don't know anyone by that name, I'm afraid. I did walk by an unfamiliar fellow just now, though, over by the Mark the Spinner. He had a flower in his hand, so he caught my eye. You have an inkling as to where Orn will be. Time to rejoin Nananji. Nananji, what time is it? There you are. Were you able to learn anything? Yes. So man could be Orn bought a Nymea Lily, then went to the Mark of the Spinner. If we're here, then we might be able to find him. Let's go. Dude is so polite. Alright, now where to? Down over here. Nananji is searching. Searching. Oh, where would he be? Lalafell is looking around. Lalafell looking around. Cutscene. Hello. Beg your pardon, sir, but are you Lieutenant Orn Gwinkum? I haven't been a lieutenant for years, but that's me. What can I do for you? I I realize this is sudden, but... Lalafell explaining. So you're writing Luiso's biography and you wanted to hear my account as someone who was near on hand in Courtenay. There must be a reason that you're here too, the warrior of light who led us to victory in Operation Archon. Very well, I will tell you my tale. Now then, where to begin? As you know, the battle was fought over the land where Dalamud was expected to fall. In the beginning, neither side was able to gain the upper hand, but when the Imperials deployed their magic armor, our ranks were thrown into disarray. Those charged with protecting Luso like me could only watch the carnage from afar, and though our forces managed to hold out thanks to the adventure contingent, we sustained grievous casualties. But the real tragedy was what followed. As Dalamud hurled toward us, it began shedding fragments of itself before finally bursting open to unleash the primal Bahamut. As all below looked on in shock, the battle completely forgotten. Bahamut took wing and spewed fire all over the land. Men in magic tech armor alike were set ablaze and sent flying like so many insects. I only realized that he had stopped breathing when a commanding voice broke my trance. You've done enough, Luso told us. Now fly and save yourselves. But like my fellow guards, I wanted to remain. I couldn't charge into battle beside my comrades. At the very least, I would do my duty here and protect Luso to the last. But upon seeing us standing there not making me move, Louis smiled and spoke thus. If you would give your lives to protect something, then protect my hopes. Every soul who lives to determine their own fate is a source of hope, bright and brilliant. So live, I bid you, and be among those who bear the light for others to follow. Those words awakened us to a greater purpose. If there was hope in my living, then I would live as Louis Swab bid. No matter what, I would survive, and so, together with my fellows, I began making my retreat. Alas, we hadn't gone far when an explosion erupted and sent us sprawling. I struggled to my feet just in time to see the enormous, menacing silhouette of Bahamut looming over Louis Fall. In the next instant, he was enveloped in light, and that was the last I remember of him. Before we had one punch of Grandpa. Louis' final moment. Amidst that light, he looked to be smiling. What he was thinking in that moment, I couldn't say, but one thing is certain. All of us are alive thanks to him. Following the calamity, it was reported that Luso had defeated Bahamut and set about the land's miraculous regeneration. Do you believe this is the truth? Every soul who lives to determine their own fate is a source of hope. What we've learned has reaffirmed my belief, Malika, the belief that Luso is not an all-powerful savior one reads about in details, but merely an ordinary man. But that man never forsook Erzia. No, he stood for this realm up to the last. He and countless other brave souls and saved it from becoming a scorched waste. Against unimaginable adversity, he fought and at the cost of his life paved the way to a brighter future for us all. The least I can do in return is tell his story, spread as much as that, and where there is life, there is hope. Thanks to your account, I believe I found an angle for the biography. I'm truly grateful. Yay, flowers! Flower power. Would you care to offer a prayer as well? The prayer that the light of hope which Lusa preserved shall ever burn bright. / pray. Now head back. Nope, there's an entry right here. Allow me to thank you again for recounting your experiences to us. Nay, 'tis I who thanks you for giving me the chance to share Lusaw's words. All these years I had avoided speaking in the moment of his passing out of respect, but it would not do to take the tale to my grave. Through the biography, it is my hope that his spirit will live on in all of us. Now, if you'll excuse me, I shall resume my pilgrimage to the Marks. Wherever your travels take you, I shall be praying for your safety. Stand up, dude. Amelia is a symbol of safe passage as Lusaw stood there in cart, and I wonder if he likewise prayed for someone's safety. At any rate, these interviews have yielded everything I'd hoped for and more. Come, let's return to Alda. I'll have your reward for you at Alda at the Hall of Flames. Alright, meet you there. Yeah, he's like, I'll race ya. He's like, I won. There you are. I ended up troubling you longer than I intended, but it was truly a fruitful series of interviews. How fortunate we could hear from those who lived that fateful time. While I still have many questions, the biography is beginning to take shape in my mind. I also feel as though I've attained a measure of closure. Lusa fought simply as one of us, and he made the ultimate sacrifice that hope might endure. This I've come to realize and appreciate thanks to everyone's heartfelt testimonies. Now then, last but not least, I'd like to ask you for your thoughts on something. According to Orin, Lusa smiled in his final moment. As he was enveloped in light, what do you imagine he held in his mind? It's pointless to speculate. No. The image of mankind thriving. I'm not a jerk. Appreciate thoughts. As I pen the biography, I'll be certain to remember your words. Well, sad though it is, it's time for us to part ways. I'll set to work on a draft, and I won't rest until the biography goes to print. Thank you for all your help, my friend. I couldn't have come this far without you. New Lalafell friend. See ya. Alright, New Game Plus. The man, the myth, the legend. And a framer's kit. Anyways, it's time to head Heaven's Ward. Alright, gotta go into the alley. Hi! Shall I show you inside? Yes. Looks like the quest is in here. Alright, Alfie, let's start. New quest. The time for action has come and Alphino knows what he must do. He must talk to me in a cutscene. Welcome to Canada.
暁に再び明かりを灯す。そのためにも最初の一歩を踏み出さねばならないが、あらぬ疑いをかけられたままではできることも少ない。
Not much we can do.
地で再起をというタタルの言葉にも一理あるとは思う。
Be careful out there.
かの地に赴き、私はウルダハに戻って。
Sup, flamboyant friend?
禁物ですぞ、アルフィノ殿。オルシュファン殿。
Dude is tall as fuck too.
ウルダハの動乱の真意を解明し、身の潔白を明らかにしたいのは理解できます。しかし、このような苦境にあればこそ、焦りは禁物というもの。
Excited Tataru.
そうでしたね。私はもう一人ではないんだ。
Yeah, you're not alone.
朗報を持ってきましたぞ。我がフォルタン家当主エドモンド・フォルタン伯爵がお三方の後見人となることを申し出てくださりましてな。
Sweet, new place.
これによりお三方はイシュガルド四大名家の一つ、フォルタン家の庇護下に置かれた正式な客人としてコートに入ることが可能となりました。まずは本家の屋敷を拠点に情報を集めながら今後の方針を固めるといいでしょう。
Alright, let's get out of here before they catch wind of us. Also, can't see my eyes.
わかりました。では、ご好意に甘えさせていただきます。感謝いたします、オルシュファン殿。
当主はアイメリク総長と同様に話のわかるお方だ。きっとお前にもいい対応をしてくださるだろう。 後ほど会おうぞ、友よ。
Thanks, best friend.
行こう。千年の戦を続ける聖教の都、コートイシュガルドへ。暁の思いを無にしないために、私たちの戦いをもう一度始めるために。
And another 65 parts. Excited Lalafell. Alright. Also, a new quest accepted music. I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the gates of judgment have been informed of your decision. You need but state your names and they will allow you to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then! Who should I play as in the expansion? Alright, through the winter area in my Magitech armor. It's like the opening for FF6. Alright, we're here. Please let us through. Words of House 4 times? Ah, yes, you may pass. Proceed to Ishgard. Yes. We've made it. Me in my stylish red mage outfit. Yep, stay warm. You gotta be dressed for Canada.
陰謀により血で汚された祝賀会を出したかつての英雄はあらぬ汚名を着せられ今や追われる身である。それでもなお再起を信じ失われた仲間と希望を探し求め彼らは歩み続けていた。
Let us in! Now let's learn about everything in the town.
落ちた英雄が訪れたのは北方の地クルザスを領する山の都イシュガルド。国境イシュガルド正教の長たる教皇が王権を有し先人ハルオーネを主神とする宗教都市国家である。四大名家率いる貴族たちが剣と槍を掲げ旧敵ドラゴン族から都市を守り戦い続ける。粒子戦争とも呼ばれる千年もの果てなき戦いを。
It's like it's not doing a very good job of explaining this place as a safe haven for now.
固く閉ざされた大神門の扉を開き歴史あるコートに足を踏み入れた光の戦士たち。
We'll help with your problems. Appreciate us.
彼ら違法の者たちの到来が千年の歴史を
Those are strangers. Oh, scared Tataru.
変革の始まりとなることをこの時知る者はいなかった。
Alright, start of expansion. Now we spend the next like 2 hours walking around town. Hi, manservant. Greetings. On behalf of Force Fortums, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you would all come with me. Alright. Now, I guess we have to explore. There's Aetheryte things. You know, I'm gonna go Bard. Because I have to Peloton things up. His name is Gondolimbod. What a name. Level 53, let the clan hunt begin. Yeah, I'm almost at level 60. It's like welcome to expansion, almost max level. But I gotta run around and play with all the Aetherites. Touch this, gotta open up the levs. All my crafters are gonna be level 60 as well. Touch the shards. Gotta also open up all these new classes. There's 3 classes and hunts it looks like I have for the quests out here. It's actually been a long time since I've been anywhere except for like, I want to say like the main area for the, for Foundation. Gotta look up, look way up. Like I had to explore everywhere just to find you. Hello, the Warrior of Light and her brave companions, walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight! I cannot tell you how long I've waited for this day. Allow me to present to you my family home, Four Temps Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone has gathered to receive you. Come, my friends, introductions must be made. I get a lot of experience. Welcome. Me as a warrior. Different class for every part of the quest.
ただいま暁の皆様をお連れいたしました。
おお、到着したか。よくぞおいでになった。
It was very cold.
の方々よ。我が名はエドモンド・フォルタン。お初にお目にかかる。歴史あるフォルタン家の家名を継ぐ者として一同皆様の来訪を心より歓迎しますぞ。
What a nice family.
お会いできて光栄です、閣下。この度のお招き、誠にありがとうございます。
礼をせねばならぬのはこちらの方というもの。イシュガルドの民を代表し感謝の意を示させてもらいたい。
しかし外様の、しかもお名を着せられた我々を客として迎え入れることに問題はないのでしょうか。
アルフィノ殿は心配性でいらっしゃる。確かに我らがコーとイシュガルドはドラゴン族との戦いに専念すべく門戸を閉ざしてきた。だが私はこうした難局にあればこそ国外の勢力と手を取り合うべきだと考えている。
How liberal of you guys.
無論教皇庁の内部や他の四大名家の中には貴殿らの訪問に眉を潜める者もおりましょう。なればこそエオルゼアの救済のために活動する貴殿らの行動によって誤解を解いてもらいたいのです。
So just stay out of trouble, gotcha.
閣下のお言葉を聞き安心しました。仲間がチリチリになった今、できることは限られました。
As I stare through my laser
閣下
helmet.
の思いに応えられるよう努めさせていただきます。
それはありがたい。そうですな。まずはコートの暮らしに慣れるためにも都市内を見回ってきてはいかがかな。イシュガルドで何をなすべきかを考えるのはその後でもよろしかろう。
But I just ran around and got all the Aetherites. Well, except for one. Alright, next. Maybe I'll go as Fancy Caster. Open has a mind to learn more about Ishgard. Alright, what's going on with Alfie? Though our friends in House Four Temps have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new home so that we might become more self-sufficient. It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and taverns. We'll need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk. Twould seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. Feels like the beginning of ARR again. Thank you for your counsel, my lord. My command and I shall of course do as you suggest. Very good, then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. Ah, but I grow forgetful in my dotage. There's something I must give you ere we part. Their documentation is in order, I trust. Yes, my lord. Yep, give it to our accountant. Oh no, everybody gets it. Everybody gets ID. Also that hat. Those documents identify you as wards of House Fortemps. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Fortemps, but let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Don't abuse the power. Lalafell, the city awaits. Let's go! Also, make sure you guys bundle up. It's cold outside. Also have a random eye level 135 weapon, which I got when I was running... what is it? The binding coils with my slave. Alright, where are we going first? As this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you to the Hoplin, where from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see it first. I shall then show you around the jeweled crozier, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services before descending to Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If there are no questions, I've already been there. Alright, straight up to the vault. One of the harder dungeons. The Helpon, so named for the bronze great shield borne by the nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The main cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Thornton's famed Knights 12? Knights of the Round! Very good, Master Elfman. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Thornton I to put down Nidhogg and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there is much you can learn by exploring the pillars. Time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the jeweled crozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elise, our master of the markets. Alright, to the stores. What's in store for me? Teleport. Hello. You friend? Oh, what are you brewing there? Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Ah, words of House Fortemps, how very interesting. Count Edmund has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable... Young sir, we don't discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Money defeats racism. Weapons, armor, accoutrements, medicine, materials, whatever you desire can be found in the crozier. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall soon see. Our next destination is Aetheryte Plaza and Foundation, if everyone is ready. It's like, do you want me to introduce you to somebody I know named Rowena? All the way back to the plaza. Hi, and here we have Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If you have yet to attune to the Aetheryte, it would be wise to do so now. Already done. And what do I go with for the... It's like, what is an upgrade? This one looks like an upgrade. Well, I'm here, I'm gonna go become a machinist. Hello, Stefanovian. My prospectometer seems rather fond of you. Let's see, shall we? Odd garb, striking presence. Would I be right in assuming that you are one of those adventurous types? Are you ready to suffer? I thought as much. My prospectometer seldom lies, and let me just say you have made the right choice in visiting our humble workshop. And welcome to the Skysteel manufacturer, where miracles are born from aether, metal, and imagination. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders, but we are also accepting students who wish to take up a firearm and learn the techniques of the machinist. What say you? Are you interested in joining us and exploring the machinist disciple? Discipline? Are you interested in exploring the machinist discipline? Yes. You are? Well, of course you are. Otherwise, my prospectometer would not have registered your obvious interest. Ah, in my excitement, I've neglected to introduce myself. The name's Stephanivian de Halinart. And you are? Oh, suddenly quest. Awaits your introduction with undisguised enthusiasm. Monica, is it? Well, Monica, allow me to welcome you once more to the Skysteel Manufactory. As I mentioned before, it is our charge to develop and manufacture weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders, but pray forget about those tired old inventions. The future lies in machinery, a technology that weds the genius of Master Garland's magitech and traditional aetherology. Every single one of my latest creations employs the principles of this unique discipline, and in the steady hands of trained machinists, my new inventions are going to alter the very face of warfare. Though I would dearly love to expand upon my revolutionary theories, we should begin by familiarizing with the tools of the trade, so to speak. Have you time now for a brief lesson? Sure. Splendid. Now, the first thing you must learn is the proper technique for handling a fire. Where the hell is the master of marksmanship? I swear the man is never about when I need him most. How dreadfully embarrassing. Here I've mercilessly piqued your interest, and now I must ask you to call again at a later convenience. Maybe the next time you visit, our instructor will deign to put in an appearance. Then we can outfit you with the equipment necessary to learn basic marksmanship, and I will explain to you the particulars of the machinist profession. I'm afraid he's gone for good this time, my lordship. Left a letter of resignation on your workbench and all. Anxious voice. Confound the man. We cannot afford to lose such a pivotal employee at this crucial juncture in our growth. Joy, prepare mine accoutrements. I shall drag that scoundrel back to by the lapels if need be. But my lordship, he ain't even sure. We ain't even sure of where to start looking. Make a salient point, my dear. My prospectometer points to the lands of Lenosha. Ah, yes, I should have realized that he would return to his homeland. Lenosha, are you sure you want to go there? I hear it's a nasty place where folk will call you across the face as soon as look at you. Aye, well, I must admit to a little familiar with this environs. Hark, Joy, the prospectometer chirps again. I've been there. Aspiring machinist, we shall have the worldly Monica here act as our guide. For an explorer who has braved the harpsichords of Rosia, the wilds of Lenosha must be akin to a garden path. Is that not so? Aye, 'tis but a garden path. You see, Joy, my prospectometer never steers me where. You will consent to guide us then, Monica? Sure. Then 'tis settled. Joy here, in addition to your loyal service to House Halinard, is the finest shot in the manufactory. As a novice machinist, I suggest you mark technique well during our little jaunt to Lenosha. Speaking of which, we must needs decide upon a somewhat less vague destination. I seem to recall our absent instructor mentioning his companions from a Camp Overlook. Let that be our first port of call. Alright, we're just leaving here right away. Alright, we'll head out there later. Let's see where else we're going here. Your guide is eager to continue your tour of Ishgard. Lead us, manservant. As for our next destination, maybe we should decide together what else can be found nearby. The Skysteel Manufactory stands to the west, and there engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against dragons. The holy stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights most heavenly, while to the south and east, well, it would be best if you avoided that area. And why is that? I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Alphino. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. Ruffians down there? You must judge me, sir, for I am no lord but a humble traveler. Oh, come to see the sights, have ya? Take a turn down the hopland and gawp at the statues? Ha ha ha, well, if we've a mind to learn how the better half lived, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Knight if your nursemaid'll let ya. My humblest apology, Master. I'll pay that drunken lout no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see the Forgotten Knight for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this, Monica. There are a few sources of information more abundant than a bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events? Then I'm coming too. Mansur's like, alright, I guess we're going there. Are we barred from entry? Alright, ATN. ATM? It's looking you up and down and grinning. Well, over here, you look like you've seen a scrap or two. The name's ATN, and I'm a proud member of Clan Centuria, the toughest band of warriors aside of the steppes. You'll have heard of the hunt, right? The Grand Companies run it and the rest of the Rosie, but up here it's the clan's concern. We follow the same system, but we're free to pick our own marks. Reckon you've got the speed, strength, and the heart to take down some of the most ferocious fiends this side of the 7th Hell. If you think you've got up to the challenge, head downstairs and have a word with Ardolane. He'll fill you in the details. Hello. Good morrow to you. How can I be of service? Oh, so you fancy trying your hand at the hunt, do you? Well, if Etienne reckons you're up for it, isn't for an old man like me to say elsewise. Me and our members of Clan Centuria, a ragtag band of glory hunters, mercenaries, and has-beens brought together by Sir Ladast, one of Ishgard's most noble of nobles. Whenever a monster grows too big for its boots, we're the ones who risk our necks to take it down. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, as long as you can wield a weapon and you don't fear death, you'll always be welcome in the clan. Take me, for instance. I was born 1,000 miles from here, but now I'm the one showing the new recruits the ropes. So how about it, young lady? Will you be joining us in the hunt? If the fame and the glory is not enough for you, perhaps the rich rewards on offer might change your mind? Are you ready to suffer? And welcome to the clan. What was your name again? Monica, is it? Alright then, I'll put your name in the book. Now suppose you want to take a look at some of the marks. Head up those stairs and out the door. The clan hunt board is on the wall outside. Run to the left. You'd better stick to the level 1 marks for nonce. No point running before you can walk. Also, hello barkeep. I must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. Gibberlant. We have but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with their more notable establishments, Master. Gibberlant. Just Gribblant will do, and I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise it'll live up to your expectations, but if it's a decent food and drink you're after, you could do much worse. Judging by the number of customers here, I expect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I cannot help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, did you? Aye, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth, dropping in on their way to or from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs, where we offer a menu more suited to their tastes. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality mind, but not the sort of stuff I'd recommend to yourselves. You speak at the lowest levels, yes? Why do they call themselves the Broom, if I may ask? Because when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living at the bottom who have to deal with it. I see. And it's not just the weather. When the wyverns broke through the wards and started attacking the city, it was the Broom that got the worst of it, while the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. More than a few people are still sore about that in mind, which is why, considering your present company, I recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below, and something sharp in your boot just to be sure. Murder. Also, thinking Lalafell, I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alphalon, I think it would be best if we return to Fort Temps Manor. You go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two. Giving booze to children. But still, I'm afraid that is out of the question. My lord, the Count, would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charge in such a place, least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Tataru? Look around, Alpha. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me. Indeed, but will you be safe here on your own? Oh, please, do you know how often I looked up to the waking sands and the rising stones by myself? If I had a guild for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending up unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. That settles it then. Tataru, Monica, and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by Link Pearl if you require assistance. I will. Bye! Examine this. Clanmark is covered in bills showing the details of wanted monsters. Follow our device and pick any level 1 Clanmark bill that takes your fancy. Alright, the hunt begins. Clan Hunt's now accessible. Take level 1 bills. If you want to describe in the bills, and you'll be rewarded with Centurial Seals, which can be exchanged for exclusive items. To exchange Centurial Seals, head back down there. Oh, next quest. Level 56! Thinks you're ready to hit new heights in your hunting career. I haven't even started! I can see why the old rogue idea signed you up. You've got the fire of a born hunter burning in your eyes. Or those level 1 marks don't offer much of a challenge to a burly girl like you. You'll be wanting to spice things up a little, am I right? Then what are you waiting for? Head down to Ardolane and tell him you're ready for more. Yes, second tier quest already. I'm not quite at 60 yet, so I can't take the last tier, or is it? Oh, so Stacy reckons you're ready to move on to bigger and better things, does she? If that girl had her way, we'd be throwing babes in the river and start the swimmers from the sinkers. Still, she might be onto something this time. I ought to give you a chance, but level 2 marks ain't nothing to be sniffed at, understand? Let's guard down even for an instant, they'll hand your posterior to you on a platter. Take a look at the clan hunt board and you'll see what kind of beast I'm talking about. Better Bill hunting. Kill Bill. If you think you have what it takes, try taking on the second level. Alright, easy quests. Alright, head on back to our new home. Welcome, Mr. Stark. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes, please. I'm home. Tell us then, Mr. Nolan, does Ishgard meet with your expectations? Which I imagine pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took. And when those steps took me past the scars left by the wyverns and Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children, were given no quarter. Cymeric has ordered his knights to strengthen defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There is much to be done, yet alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. May I hope we could be of assistance, my lord? After all you have done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. It's like, do you have quests for us? That is a most generous offer. Your guests in my home, to whom I shall extend my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good, what would you ask of us? From what I've heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, I could ask for no one better than from a storied veteran such as yourself, a woman with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Artorial and Emanelaine in their duties. I beg your pardon? Artorial? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I have no need of our honored guest's assistance. Rude! Now be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? You'll take her along and you'll like it. Hold your tongues. By the fear, the two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting the station and show Mr. Darkster the respect she deserves. This is the woman who slew Gaius Valbessar and some half-dozen pommels besides. She is not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand girl. That's right, you tell them. If you can pardon them from their impropriety, I should be much obliged if you lend my sons a helping hand. Okay. My thanks, for willing. They may even learn something from you. I believe we split off to two different areas. You can go to Corythus, or more of Corythus, or to Sea of Clouds, I think. So we branch here. Nope, gotta talk to Elfie again. To assume we shall not have one for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host initially elected to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us Patriot's House for him has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small, and so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think about it, the more confident I am that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. Alright, what do we take? I don't need healing gear. Do I need a better hat for aiming? Yes, I could use one for aiming. I could use a casting one too, but the aiming one's a bigger upgrade. Doesn't matter, I'll be crafting all this shit later anyways. So yes, it does branch off here. Let's open up the new classes first, though. Suddenly, people need help in town. Hello! Transfer seeks assistance with a rather delicate issue. I can't remember, do these quests scale with your level? No? No, they don't, alright. Excuse me, adventurer, I would ask for a favor on behalf of House Fortemps. My lord is hosting a banquet and requests attendance from the other high houses. Take these invitations and see they're delivered at once. Of course, you will likely not be granted alliance with the lords and ladies of the high houses. Leaving these with the guards will do, but they must be delivered. Alright, let's head right next door. Bard a little and Bard a lot. What business have you with House? Well, I have this. An invitation to dine with House Four Temps, my lord will be honored to attend, but I'm afraid he's quite busy at present, what with the breach of Ishgard's defense and rising heretic activity. Can't really say he's too busy though, that's for him to decide. You have me word this invitation will be delivered. Can I jump down? Yes. Ow. That's the last aetherite that I needed? Am I still missing one somewhere? Yes, the tribunal, and... Alright, just the tribunal. Special delivery. This is resident of House Dismail. If you have no business here, I must ask you to leave. But I got this. A banquet hosted by House Fortunes? I see. Oh, it's nothing. It's just my lord has been tied up with the restoration of Falcon's Nest. I imagine taking time to attend will be difficult. Nevertheless, I will see to it that he receives the invitation. Let's also go over here and learn how to heal. Everyone has such incredible names here. Janiquinard. Kick him in the Janiquinards. Welcome to the Athenaeum Astrologicum. Perhaps you were drawn by fate to this place of learning, or perhaps you wish to know more of fate itself? Do you wish to know more of fate? Yes. Then you are wise to come hither, for in the stars are written the fates of every woman and man on Hydaelyn. It was there in the stars that I read a woman would call upon the Athenaeum. This very day, a woman who would play an important role in my own life. Oh, but my apologies, even the most skilled reader cannot scry a name from the heavens. Would you be so kind to give me yours so I might know who is to be my newest protege? Give him your name? Yep. Monica, well, I was not expecting that, but what is a name but an attempt by our begetters to wield power over the lives of their sons and daughters? Lives whose paths have already been foretold in a sense, that is. My name is Janiquinard de Durandare, and I am an Astrologian for the Holy See. Remember that name, for it shall echo forevermore in the annals of Ishgardian history. Well, it will once I put it there. Once we put it there. Alright. He simply cannot take his eyes off you. Now, where to begin? I suppose I could consult my divining deck for an answer, but that would be too easy now, wouldn't it? Very well, at the beginning it is. Astrology, or the reading of the stars, is a branch of aetherological science which originated in distant Sharlayan. There have been astrologians in Ishgard for thousands of years, but it wasn't until 3 centuries ago when Adonal the Younger learned that the movement of the stars could also be used to foresee the movements of the Dravanian horde that the field became popular. Since then, what was once a single science has bifurcated into 2 similar yet ultimately different schools of learning: the Sharlayan school of astrology and the Ishgardian school, the former placing a focus on tapping celestial aether and transforming it into beneficial magics or astromancy, the latter specializing solely in determining the actions of our dragon enemies to the north. I'm a student of the former, the only student of the former here in Ishgard, and I have been actively seeking a partner with whom to conduct my research. Let us just say that my fellow Astrologians here have been less than approving of my path, but that's simply because they are afraid of what they do not know. Once they do know of how Sharlayan astrology can benefit the sea and soldiers, they will feel foolish for ever having doubted me. Us. You will be joining me, will you not? Walking the path that has been laid out before you, instead of stubbornly denying your fate, postponing the inevitable? Alright. I see you wasted no time making a decision. Like I always say, the stars are never wrong. Alas, even a lifetime of study and training cannot unlock all the secrets written in the stars. Myself, I have been a student of the astromantic arts for more summers than I can count, and have stopped misread the signs shown to me in the skies. Though my readings are far more accurate now than they were when I attended the Athenaeum Sharlayan, not the Sharlayan, mind you, the colony that once thrived in the Dravanian hinterlands. I can recall my time there like it was but yesterday. The first 6 moons I was not even allowed to touch the deck of 60, yet alone conduct a reading with the major arcana. Most of the time was spent in the scriptorium transcribing old tomes on astrological fundamentals such as the 6 elemental houses. Divine duplicity, class triplicity, house modality and polarity, dignity versus detriment. I read the task and would tirelessly pester my instructors as to when I might actually be granted the opportunity to weave a spell or perform a reading. It wasn't until the end of the sixth moon that I realized all this transcribing had prepared me with the essentials I would need to do those very things. The positions of the celestial bodies in the 6 elemental houses, and their relation to the major and minor arcana deck of 60, therein lie the secrets of tapping the ethereal power locked in the heavens. And soon you too shall become privy to these secrets. But not this day, no, I will not have you transcribe musty old tomes like I was once forced to do. No, the task I have for you is much more interesting. You see, I'm expecting the arrival of a very important guest. My old mentor from the studium has agreed to make the journey from the old world to Ishgard and speak with the Holy See regarding the implementation of Sharlayan astrological techniques in city-state defense. Alas, the professor and his party are now fully 7 days late in arriving, and I've begun to worry for their safety. I should be much obliged, therefore, if you would inquire of the other Astrologian here in the Athenaeum if they have heard aught. Any info? here yet? Why would Lord Jennikenard think I had information of the whereabouts of a handful of unbelievers from across the blood-brine sea? I'm an astrologian, not a fortune-teller. I cannot simply look to the stars and scribe the location of the Viscount's guests, unless his guests are dragons, that is. I suppose anyone knew I would be the Observatorium. We here at the Athenaeum are but students dedicated to research. Those with any influence in our field are assigned to the astroscope. Magwiniel. Let me guess, the good Lord Jennikenard said he saw you in a vision and that the stars told him that you were to study Charlene astrology with him. Am I close? You must be the 100th of his little pest to pester me this week alone. I harbor no ill will towards ignorant unbelievers unlucky enough to find themselves caught up in talk of stars and fortunes, but you may tell that sorry excuse for an astrologian for the umpteenth time that I have heard naught concerning his imaginary friends from Stairway Shalarian. Just do not tell them I call them a sorry excuse for an astrologian, alright? Whispers. Fleury! Jennikenard is still waiting for word on the missing Charlene instead of actually making an effort to find them, is he? Of course he is. It is any wonder that in nearly 15 years since return from Charlene, his skill in astromancy has remained unchanged. Any wonder that he has never yet managed to convince a single peer of the value of the Charlene school. He is a privileged little sprat who spends more time gazing at the stars in young maidens' eyes than actually trying to read the ones above his head. Alright, you tell the poor man I just returned from the observatorium and one night in the communal feasting hall happened to overhear Chief Astrologian Forlamont speaking with one of his aides regarding Charlene. He was visibly upset and I wasn't about to risk my career over something I care little about, so I merely put my head down and ate my beet soup. But that is all I know and you did not hear it from me. Alright, more info. Master Forlamont, and I thought that they could not get any worse. Oh, no, I'm just suggesting that meeting you in any way has been unfortunate. It's just that it may not be in our best interest to be seen together as of yet. There are certain people in the sea who do not approve of my studies. Couple that with the fact that you are an outsider and an unbeliever, and, well, people may come to the wrong conclusions. You must act with caution until we can prove that our intentions are just and for the good of all of Ishgard. So I must ask you to travel to the observatorium alone and meet me there. More racism. It's like, welcome to the expansion. Please do quests everywhere and don't do any combat. Can't help but frown as she reads over her work. You need the look of someone in need of a task. Well, it just so happens I'm looking for a helping hand. One of the delivery airships is under repairs and we're in the midst of preparing a test flight. Ensuring a safe flight path is the utmost important. I need someone to take this flight plan to Jennikenard at the Astrologian. I would be ever grateful if you could take it to him. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm back already. Greetings and welcome. Might I ask what drew you here to this place of learning? Flight plans. This is from Miss Cleo. Another test flight I see and it leaves us pressed for time. Our knowledge of the dragon's hunting cycles indicates they will be quite active around this time. I need to tell you what will happen should any of our airships encounter them. That is why our astrologians must interpret the stars for signs of Germanic activity before airships are permitted to leave. But delaying the shipment would have grave repercussions. Our only option is to hasten repairs on the airship. Pray speak with Fromalaut at the Skysteel manufacturing and see if there is aught he can do. Let's go up to the tribunal as well. Hello, citizen. After witnessing a spectacle like that, everyday life seems rather dull in comparison. So you didn't see that trial? You're lost. Free take me the way that heretic swung that slab of iron he called a sword was a sight to behold. You couldn't have carried a shield if you wanted to. The blade was so big. Had to be two hands on it at all times. I was amazed he managed to keep up with the Temple Knight for as long as he did. Fought like a demon from the deepest pits of Seventh Hell, belling threats and working his arts. I wasn't sure what to make of it at first, but then I heard someone say that he must be a dark knight. But you didn't hear that from me, alright? In fact, I'm sure I don't know anything about it. Press the man for details. Ye gods, are you mad? You're standing outside the Blade Tribunal. Fine, but keep quiet and listen well, because I'm only going to say this once. Are you ready to suffer? People of Ishgard are in high spirits for another heretic has answered for his crimes. So as I was saying, that heretic was fighting like a man possessed. Even after he took several wounds, he showed no sign of pain, though there was no mistaking the blood. As the fight wore on, it began to soak through his armor, spreading to every element of his body. But then, when it began to rise and envelop him as a mist, I realized it wasn't blood, but something dark and twisted. But the righteous are not so easily cowed. I'll only be praised. I screamed myself hoarse when that Temple Knight slipped past his guard and ran him through. Good riddance, I say. Man was not meant to wield such arts. Yet I wonder, was he truly one of those? Well, it matters not. I heard the Temple Knights talking of dumping his corpse in the broom. By sunrise, it'll be stripped bare and tossed over the walls. It'll be as though he never was, and as though we never had this conversation. More tuning! Is this the last one? Hooray! Alright, the gates of judgment now accessible as an Aethernet destination. Anyway, let's head out here and continue to deliver letters. Multitasking and getting shit done. Hello, Fremonsis. What business brings you to House Stern there? Speak up. I have an invitation. A dinner with House Fortemps? And whose favor do they aim to gain this time? Not that it concerns you, but House Durandare and Fortemps don't exactly see eye to eye. Little wonder they would ask you to deliver this missive. Before far be it from me to exacerbate matters, the invitation will be delivered. What my lord does with it is not my concern. Rude. This guy is very mathy. Random Thavnarian onion? I mean, that's nice. Another is looking for an adventurer who is not afraid of a little hard work. What's this, looking for a bit of work, are we? You don't look to be one strapped for coin, but I never turn away anyone looking to make an honest gill. Would you mind taking a sack of chocobo fodder down to the Holy Stables and Foundation? The stable master, Sevilla, is expecting a delivery. She paid me up front, but fear not, that was merely for the fodder. There's still a delivery charge, and you're welcome to it if you take the fodder down there for me. I'm gonna pick up the chocobo fodder first. We'll head back here first, though. Delivery complete. And so you returned. I hope you were not met with too much hostility. The House of Ishgard is descended from the heroes who once fought alongside Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon. Their ancestors were the founders of Ishgard, and as from their bloodlines the Archbishop is chosen. There is no force greater than their combined strength when pitted against the Horde. When vying for power here in Ishgard, however, they are like girls fighting for territory in a small pit. To involve yourself in politics here is a dangerous game. You would do well to remember that. Alright, remember, if you play the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die. Alright, people need help down here too. Dude is up above. Hello, Bricked. Nice name. Bricked is looking to keep warm tonight. So, miss, do you have any spare wood for a fire? A small bundle or even a few twigs would do. Of course not, as if a bundle of sticks could warm the hands of so many. Dragons left Foundation in shambles. Countless men and women are without shelter, the bitter chill of death breathing down their necks. I fear some may not even live through the night. I implore you, please speak with Vane Canet and the congregation. Tell them we must have firewood for citizens here in the Broom. You need help too? Gibbelon is never one to leave a patron fallen in the dumps. Also, hi Tataru. Hey there, would you mind taking this bottle of mulled wine to the gentleman downstairs? He's a regular around here, and a rather affable one at that, but for a recent lack of employment he's been looking to get deep in the cups. Thought I'd treat him to a mug of this today and keep a bit of weight in his coin purse. Free booze! Babyless bloke. How does this happen? I feel as if I'm trapped within some waking nightmare. Have some wine. What was this? No doubt from Gibbelon, but that Admiral bastard, just what I need to drown my troubles. I was a knight in the service of a proud noble family. That was until my dear lady was accused of heresy. Everything changed after that. Their prestige, their pedigree, everything was stripped away, including me. They say drinking is merely a pause from thinking. Would that I could take from a bottomless mug. The only thing that stands to wash away is my dignity. Rather than play the drunken fool, I would like to make a gift of this to my lord. Through this pain I bear is nothing next to his, completely unaware that his wife had committed such heinous crimes. He's a good man, he deserves better, but this is all I can offer him now. I'm loath to impose upon your kindness further, but could you take this to him in my place? To let him see me in my current state would be disgraceful. I imagine he is still at the airship landing in the Pillars. Running around all over the fucking place. Hello, Temple Knight. Nice to meet you. That's more than enough for charity. They'll take care of the rest. And maybe sooner rather than later. Come on. You okay there, buddy? Is this it? Is this all that awaits? No, no more. Enough. Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Do you see? Weird magic shit's happening. I'm not dead yet. I've been waiting for you to open your eyes. You alright? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Name's Frey, by the way, and no, I'm not a heretic. Try convincing a Temple Knight drunk on authority of that, eh? Shame the pompous arse got the better of me. But how about you? You touched it, yes? That couldn't have felt good. What was that shit? A voice say, and a rather distressed one besides. Please, someone, anyone! Not so fast. We need to talk about what's happening to you, what's growing within you before you get carried away. There's a darkness within us all. Nothing dangerous, mind. In fact, it's quite healthy, but the crystal changes you, gives you the power to channel it. Do without proper training, however, and, well, it might hurt. So go ahead, ask me to teach you, ask me to instruct you in the ways of the Dark Knights, and I will. Are you ready to suffer? They disappeared. Loading, there he is. You gonna join the fray? I'm still worried about that screaming woman, so I'll keep this brief. We Dark Knights don't care one whit for prestige or pedigree, are free to follow our hearts, to defend the weak and punish the guilty as we see fit. The law of land, the authority of a name, these are tools cowards use to escape harm. We have no need of shields, figurative or literal. Here, my blade is your blade, my soul crystal your crystal. Go on, take them. You'll need them soon enough. Alright, thanks. Dark Knight things. Are you afraid of the dark? Dark Knight, naked Dark Knight, and then equipment. I kept my level 30, most of my level 30 gear. Adding a new one. We got Dark Knight. Now, suddenly skills. See, hard slash into siphon strike. We have defensive cooldowns, tank stance, stun, ranged attack. Was it siphon strike, soul eater, combo abilities? That's all I got right now. Alright, Frey. Frey's ready to teach you, you need only ask. Flood of darkness. Well, don't you look the part, ready to harness the darkness within to set the wrong things right? Now bear in mind that while the darkness gives you strength, that strength comes at a cost. This is but one sacrifice though, and justice demands many. Say a man, a venerable, untouchable man, harms a child in unspeakable ways, he strides to the hopland, securing the knowledge that he is beyond punishment. But for one who cuts down that vile beast as he flaunts his freedom, who knows how many others will suffer. Such was the dilemma faced by a goodly knight long ago. He knew that he would be stripped of his titles and denounced for the deed. The threshold we refuse to cross is a line we draw for ourselves. We fear the consequences and people suffer for our indecision. Everyone who held that crystal came to conquer that fear and became who they wanted to be. That night was the first. Will you be the next? Think on that while we look into the commotion down below. Alright, see ya. Need my blood gauge. Make it simple. I don't like clutter. Here I am with a sword bigger than I am. Tank stance. Low-born crone. What's going on here? Bad things happening. Please, I don't know what to do. It's my granddaughter. I didn't see him standing there. I know that's no excuse. I should have been more careful. But my granddaughter, she started yelling at the temple knight, and I tried to stop her, I did, but then he said she had to come with them, and if I could just tell him how sorry I am, maybe he would... He'd take you too, is what he'd do. Even if you went and begged the blue bastard to intervene, it'd be too late by then. Ain't the first time they've taken a girl her age. If she doesn't fight back, they might let her go after. No, there has to be another way. Ah, Ishgardian Justice. They might spare the girl, you know, leave her with a few scars and a lifelong lesson. Or we could beat every last one of them into within an elm of their lives and rescue the girl. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Yes, I would. I knew you would. Everything's going to be alright, madame. When I'm through with those knights, they will not dare trouble you ever again. Oh, thank you. Alright, we're gonna go beat up some knights. Knight to meet you. That's me, they just drag her into an alley. They've taken her to either the congregation or the tribunal. The Honorable Sir Imeric wouldn't suffer such reprehensible behavior under his roof. The Inquisition, on the other hand, well, so that leaves the tribunal. If the girl's still alive, imagine they'll make all manner of threats. Come any closer and she dies and so forth. If so, we'll need to make something perfectly clear to them. We're not here for her. We're not here for her. We're here for you. Once they understand she means nothing to us, they'll attack us or flee. I don't know about you, but I'm eager to find out which. Alright, murder time. You want all Dark Knight actions are traced to level 30. Make sure you read them. People who do skips and shit, stop being dumb and actually read your things here, what they do. These names will Quamon Renton. Fury-fearing Elzen. This fury-fearing Elzen has a story to tell. I take it that by guard that you're not from here, am I right? The sights of our city must be quite the spectacle. Is this place rich with history? A story for every brick that paves our streets or frames our hearts and homes. There's much to learn of Ishgard, and I suppose I can teach you a thing or two. If you care to listen to this old man tales, pray meet me at Saint Raynet's Forum. So many things to do here. And we have Levs too. But you are Mr. Starkstar? Just was hoping it so happens I have a proposition for you. You see, in accordance with the Lord Commander's orders, we have established a new system similar to the one administered by the Adventurers Guilds of Erosia. You're to document the petitions of the people and distribute them to motivated individuals like yourself. If you assist us with these levs, madame, we would be most grateful and we would compensate you accordingly. Alright, levs available. In addition to the normal ones, there's big ones. There's also you too, right? More levs. Collectible action. Oh yeah, this is collectibles. Honestly, if you're going to partake of my company, let me start out with the statue that stands before you here. This is Saint Raynet, a dragoon of great renown, said to have wielded Gaybolg. Ha! Gaybolg! According to legend, a dragon slew her beloved, and naught but its blood could atone for what she lost. After much searching, she confronted the beast, and that would be the last time she wielded a lance. Upon exacting revenge, they say she cast aside on the ground where the dragon was felled, taking up the cloth in its place. From then on, she devoted life to uplifting the poor and downtrodden. I dare say there has never been a man or woman so selfless as she in our history, and so the Ark of the Humble was constructed, and we should never forget her sacrifices. It's perhaps worth mentioning that we of Ishgard take great pride in the works of masonry adorning our streets. You will come to find figures of great esteem and respect immortalized in some fashion at nearly every turn. Now then, let us move on to Saint Valerian's Forum. I shall await you there. If we're going around town. I gotta go around town anyways, too. Ow! That sounded painful. Hello. Keep it Sevilla. Welcome to the Holy Stables. What can I do for you? I have this. Oh, the fodder, splendid. The chocobos are in for a treat. These specialize in the breeding and training of cavalry chocobos, so they must have nothing but the very best. They're put through an admittedly harsh training regimen, and only a chocobo of the finest stock can endure it. That's why my assistant and I... Wait a second, where is my assistant? Now that he's run off to the light feather proving grounds again. Would you be a dear and go get him for me and tell him to expect chocobo fodder for breakfast if he doesn't hurry? And several things to do over here. Another statue. This is, or rather was, a statue of Saint Val... Oh. Is it busted? Valorant, an Azure Dragoon of ages past who once drove off the Great Worm Nidhogg. Surely you've heard of the Azure Dragoon, chosen by the Eye to lead Ishgard's Dragoons in the fight against the Duranian Horde. But alas, much like this one, a number of statues in our fair capital have been defaced during a recent attack, not that we could ever forget in whose name they were erected, mind you. In fact, one could say these disfigurements are like a badge of honor earned from a clash with our enemy. Quite remarkable, wouldn't you agree? History being made of history, I'd say. I'm afraid this is all I have to tell of our dear city, but that glimmer in your eye tells me you wish no more. Pray speak with Uchglain at St. Raymond's Cathedral. I have no doubt he can regale you with another tale of Ishgard's history. We'll just call him Out. He's an outie, not an innie. Alright, what's going on here? Looking for who? Oh, the stableman. He went inside just not too long ago. Hey, stable dude. Hello, they come for a few matches as well. I take it. Have you ever seen anything so exhilarating? There's nothing in this world more majestic than the chocobos. Spirited and resilient with plumage kissed by the golden sun. They are my passion, and I long to someday breed the perfect chocobo. First, I'll work at the holy stables, so I'd never have the opportunity. So he's looking for me? Bugger me with a hayfork. The fodder must have arrived. The matches will have to wait. Thanks for the tip, friend. So much to do around here. There's stuff way back here. Vane Canet. You said I can help you with? They need to get some wood. I'm hardly blind to the plight of my people. Firewood is something of a commodity these days. I cannot hand it out freely as I might otherwise. However, I may have a solution. During the most recent Duranian assault, a number of buildings were destroyed. I thought of game misfortune, but there may yet be a silver lining. The timber we've collected from those buildings is unfit for reconstruction. You may take as much as you like to the broom. Alright, would you like me to go and collect some firewood? Did Rankin consent to aid us? Was there any good wood to spare? Nope. My word, that is, I don't know what to say. How did he amass such quantities? No matter, go and distribute this to the people down below. We must do what we can before this cold claims any more lives. Oh, I guess I apparently automatically got some. Dude is frostbitten. It's so cold, I cannot feel my hands anymore. Scrap wood. Wood for fire. Oh, thank you, miss. Thank you. I mean, Canada. Let's do it down below. Bah, what I want to give for a bit of kindling. There you go. For me, truly, so it's true what they say about asking and receiving. Thank you. Or see ya, freezing dude. And dude's already frozen over here. I can bear this cold no longer. Perhaps I should use this. One firewood. Bless you, miss. Bless you. Hooray, chores. Search for others in need of scrap wood. Hello, Osali. Would you like some wood? It's cold, so very cold. Here you go. Firewood? Oh, how long be praised. That's quite a load of timber there. You don't mean to distribute that all by yourself. Why not let me handle that for you? It's the least I can do to repay your kindness. Leave it to me. I know these streets like the back of my hand. Folks will be warming themselves all along these streets in no time flat. Thanks again, miss. We'll be seeing you. Alright, I'm back. Do a patron proud. Now then, let us take what remains somewhere safe. What? A young Elzen girl offered to ration out the rest for you? Afraid to say you have been duped. She is a thief and rather well known here in the Broom. She bears no intelligence, but this is a fair deal more serious than her usual antics. These are hard times, and I understand how destitution drives one to desperation, but we cannot afford to tolerate selfish actions, not now. Afraid no one shall want for warmth tonight, but we must recover the firewood and soon. And no continuation. Let's get that shit back. I'm back. I practically tripped over myself running in here not long ago. Thank you for finding him. You'll have to buckle down if he's serious about becoming a realm-renowned breeder, though he's off to a good start having come here. Ishgard's famous for raising chocobos, you know. They've always been the steed of choice on the battlefield. The proving grounds where you found my Star-Yard assistant ensure they get plenty of practice. Well, I say it's practice, but it also makes a good show for the folks spectating as well. You see for yourself sometime. Nothing like feathers flying from two chocobos floating, almost dancing back and forth in the arena. You'll quickly come to understand why they call it the Light Feather Proving Grounds. And as long as the stable stands, you can be sure our chocobos will be there. I'll confess the weather has been more than unkind to our chocobo chicks, but we have a tradition and a reputation to uphold. Alright, and I get a free onion. Funyun! Alright, and all the way up to the pillars in the cathedral. Hello, out. Greetings, friend. I was blessed to be upon you. You wish to know more of Ishgard's history? 'Tis not often travelers come seeking such knowledge. The Holy See of Ishgard is home to myriad patron saints for which many places are named. In fact, this cathedral was named for the first archbishop to oversee the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. They are a testament to the unshakable will of our people, to our union in the battle against the Gervanian horde. Or there is much of our people you do not know, and we would not force our views upon you. Rather, we ask you not decry our pursuit of our destiny. The righteous path we walk by the grace of following our truest savior. Alright, Tinker's Calm. Sure. Still so much to do running around here. Hello, title stripped noble. Yes, can I help you with something? Have some booze. For all this happened, he still thinks to put me first. Would that I could do more for him, but alas, I have lost nearly everything. My title, my land, my wife. She was accused of heresy and did all with my power to advocate her innocence, but in the end there was naught I could do to forestall the hand of judgment. I was a man of great station, and yet I had never felt so low, so helpless. But the Fury has spoken, and to refuse her is perhaps a greater crime than those thrust upon my beloved wife. Now, if you'll excuse me, it is nearly time to... Where did he run off to? I'm terribly sorry to trouble you, but would you help me look for my son? We can ill afford to be late. Run around Ishgard episode. Title stripped noble's son. Father searching for me? Then it's time. Forgive me, father insisted we leave immediately, but I had to see for myself. This is where they took my mother to receive Final's judgment. He said he would fight forward, that justice would be served. When the injustice took my mother away from us, perhaps if I had been stronger, I could have won the battle that my father did not. Well, I must be going. Goodbye, miss. Oh. Ishgardian Justice sounds horrible. Hello, Frey. Can I join the fray? Just the one sword between the two of us, I'm afraid. You keep it. I dare say it fits rather snugly in your hands. Don't worry about me. I'll do my part to keep you on your feet. Now, should things turn violent, as they shall, you may need to tap into your darkness to survive. It's not like drawing upon your own aether to weave magic. Fear, pain, rage, that's what lies in the deepest depths of our soul, makes for a potent fuel. We won't burn too much too quickly and you risk being consumed. Do not worry, the first step over the threshold is always the hardest. Ah yes, I should have known you'd do that. Right then, let's find the girl. Ooh, am I about to fuck you guys up? Level 34. Alright, instance right in the middle of town. Alright, what kind of shenanigans are going on here? Damn it, girl, you're only making it worse for yourself. The hell's with you? I've done nothing wrong. Why are the pretty ones always so daft? I've had a guilt for every time I had to kill an unrepentant bastard like you. What the? Are you threatening a temple knight? Yes. Oh, you're very clever. Yes, I am. Now let her go. Enough of this. Watch me, girl. With me, girl. Now, one more word of protest and I'll toss your grandmother in a cell to rot. You three, seize this imbecile. I mean... Gonna fuck you up. AoE. 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 Run away! Bring everyone, she's gone mad! Unfortunately, it looks like we'll have to even the odds. Search your soul for the darkness. We need but a sliver. Yes. We have to touch the darkness. Magic vulnerability. Receive the flames ignite the darkness within. But drink not too deep lest the flames consume you. So how much darkness do I need? I'll get that much darkness. Stun! No healing for you. Get a bit of darkness. Get a little more darkness. That's a lot of darkness. It's also painful. I'm killing you and anyone who gets in my way. All this for a baseborn bitch. Get a bit of darkness. That's more darkness than I was expecting. No, none of your shit. I could use some more darkness. Murder. The next night's who bears steel, not going to kill him, but I'm going to kill his wife, his friends, and burn his goddamn house down. Those of you alive, remember this horror, and know that should you speak of it shall be visited upon you again 100-fold. Rescue complete. I don't know what to say. Thank you. I got a little carried away. It's just that when I saw how they were treating my grandmother, I had to say something. What? No one screamed your name. My grandmother called out just the once, but that was it. Speaking of which, I should hurry back. I suppose I had to say that I'm sorry for what I did, but I'm not. Those knights had it coming. Allah bless you for what you did. Feels good, doesn't it? Strange maybe, but a good strange, I'll wager. Kind of something primal power nested within you, yearning to be free. As your understanding of this power grows, so too will your skill as a Dark Knight. You've done well, far better than I could have hoped in fact, but there is still so much more to learn, so much further to go. I won't lie to you, the risks will only increase. So if you want to keep going, you have to trust in me. Can you do that? I can. We're partners in murder. Good, that's a promise. Circumstances being what they are, it might be best if we parted ways for a while. I think it was an opportunity to hone your skills in my absence. But don't worry, we'll meet again. When the time is right, I'll be waiting where we first met. Alright, learn Flood of Darkness. Alright, next one at level 35. And suddenly, cutscene. Oh, that's right, superpower. Yay, superpowers again. Keep things centralized. Hello. Hasten for the ship. You've still done, my friend. We primarily oversee the production of dragon-sling weapons such as ballistas and Bertha cannons under orders from House Henenart. The magic calculations in these airships is most certainly not within our regular field of expertise. It is no simple matter to rush anything, but I suppose if we are to contend with the Horde, it cannot be helped. Clearly we will do what we can. I'm back. Oh, thank goodness, as your report is most appreciated. The admin of the airship is truly a wonderful thing, but not without its hindrances, as you can see. They allow us to cross the ice wall, blocking passage to Western Korthas and navigate the Sea of Clouds. But only have mercy on the ship that should encounter any dragons. That is why the Holy See has seen fit to employ Machinists and the Astrologians in the operations of our airships. Alright. Done most of the help around here. Let's head back to other Korthas. Not the new zone. Look up, look way up. Hey dude. Allow me to apologize again for not accompanying you here. As for our business with the Chief Astrologian, you may leave the talking to me. Yeah, I might have known it would be you. Who else would be so indecent as to drag an outsider into this holy place of observation? You've always had an unhealthy obsession with the foreign. 'Tis why you are as worthless to the Athenaeum now as you were when you returned from the heathen city a decade and a half since. This guy seems rude. But the stars, they can serve us in other ways than merely revealing when the Horde will attack. Their powers can be tapped. The Aether within can be used for... The other should be left be. As if she taught you not about the folly of the Nimians, the Amdapori, the Maki. Mine uncle, the Shalarians, have been wielding astromancy for ages without disrupting ethereal balance. This power, combined with Ishgardian astrology, could be what is needed to turn the tide of this 1,000-year conflict. Moreover, I have reason to believe that our masters at the Vault agree, as they have given me their blessing to continue my research. I did not come to trade barbs with you, uncle. Let us save that for another time. I'm here because it come to my attention that you may have information as to the whereabouts of Professor Mace and his party from Charlan. For someone who says he is not here to trade barbs, you have been quite generous in your dealing with them lately, or today. If it means you will leave and allow me to return to my work, then I'd be more than happy to let you know what information found its way to my desk just yesterday morning. Serpent Reaver sightings and foul weather prevented the professor's ship from entering the Strait of Maralthur, where they would have made their way up the Maiden and into Korthus. After detouring around the south of Ruben, they finally disembarked at Vesper Bay, where they took the land route along the Royal Allegan Sunway to the Black Shroud. It is there, it seems, they lost their way. A lost Astrologian, haha. It is as my morning reading predicted. Dalamed was in detriment in the House of the Spire while sending over the Ecliptic. You must journey to Black Shroud and assist Professor Mace. Allow me to introduce you to Quimprain. He is my personal manservant, shall accompany you. Politeness. He is not one for conversation, but his sword arm is amongst the best in all the pillars. He should see you safe if any danger would befall you, and something tells me danger lurks on the horizon. Dude's like, shrug. It's a pleasure to serve you, my lady. I shall make haste to Quarry Mill and await you there. This guy's quimpering. Well, I have questioned the residents of the hamlet and learned that a party of queerly dressed outsiders passed through not but a bell ago. Should not prove overly difficult to find them now, but before we begin, might I ask a moment of your time? I would dare not utter aught ill of my master, but his recent fixation with finding a protege, I believe it ill-considered. This passion of our peer has left him with more than one enemy within the astrological community. Lord Forlamont has seen to this. I fear not only for how his name might be sullied, but for his life. I beg of you, pray do not bring him any further down into this quagmire. Let him quietly dabble in his dream, but let it remain at that, a dream. No good will come of encouraging him, it will only hurt the Viscount and his family. You must remember that while I serve Lord Jeniconard, it is his uncle, the Count, who employs me. Now, as for the task in hand, I suggest we find the wayward travelers and hurry back to our respective hearths. I shall lead. Might I ask you to take the rear and see that none might take us unawares? Oh yeah, I have Palace of the Dead to do, but I believe Palace of the Dead, you can get up to level 60 there? So we'll save that for when I'm level 60. Alright, this dude's hiding down here. He's quimpering. Alright, what's going on down here? Shenanigans. These are the shrines we seek, and it appears they have found themselves some trouble. Unhand my grandfather! Ah, feisty! We'll fetch a fine price for that one from the pleasure barge captains. Can I has? The soul has spoken. Go pick it up. Grab the old man. These wizard types carry on them all manner of begemmed baubles and golden trinkets. Up, or I'll toss you to the snakes. You want to see the old man again? You leave us the girl. Try anything and he's dead. Wait! Shiny. Grandfather's soul crystal. Why would he leave it here, sir? Surrendering any power he might have had to free himself from those bandits. Unless you're the one you saw in his reading before we left the old world. But that was more than a moon ago. My grandfather scried from the cards that he would serve as the bridge for countless souls to be passed to another. Might you be the other? Yes? Oh, whoops. The stars have spoken and laid their path not before you, but before the adventurer here. You must take the soul of the Astrologian and place it near your heart. Listen to the tales of those who walk before you and know their journeys as you do your own. Also, she's wearing a fancy getup. As for the tools you require and the knowledge needed to wield them, I, Leveva, shall see to those matters. Then again, my clothes are pretty fancy too. You saw there was no fear in my grandfather's eyes when the bandits took him. This is because he has seen you come to his rescue. Our lives were written in the stars long before we trod upon the land. It is not by chance that you stand here today with the soul of Astrologian in your hand. It is fate. And now to equip my gear. New stuff. I don't need this old gear. Actually, I probably need the star globe. Astrologian unlocked. Starstruck. Unless I have the high quality version. No, I have starting 32. Alright, now equip stuff. This isn't my Black Mage set. Alright, time for Astro things. Level waits patiently for you to pull yourself together and equip your grandfather's soul crystal. Done. Now listen carefully for we haven't much time. The star globe which you hold is in both your sword and shield. It will grant you strength as well as protection. Most important of all, it will grant you the insight into the current location of the stars, enabling you to channel the heavens' aether into your body for use. In all matter of magics, the better attuned you become with the heavens and their malefic and benefic bodies, the better that aether might be manipulated to bring succor or pain. But as you already know, the Star Globe is not the only tool an Astromancer has at her disposal. Yes, the Arcana, or more specifically the 6 major Arcana, play a defining role in what type of Astrologian you'll become. Anyway, I'm going to tell you that the cards can predict a man's future. This is both true and untrue. It is not the future that a card predicts, but the card influencing the man so that a certain future becomes more attainable. Seeking to tell a man's future, you draw a card from your deck. Upon reading the card, you scry that the man will be victorious in the coming battle. What is it that brings this man his victory but aether tapped from one of the lower 6 heavens, granting the man strength, making it all that much easier for him to overcome his enemy? Of course, what card is drawn is linked directly to a target's destiny as well as yours. Are you the one who will see this man to fortune, or will you lead him to downfall? It all depends on your reading. Normally, I would not dare cover so much in the first lesson, but it is my grandfather who has placed his life in your hands, and I am not about to watch him have his throat slit because you cannot tell the face of an Arcana from its back. We have 2 seemingly capable soldiers here to take the brunt of the bandits' blows. Allow them to carve a trail of carnage while you convince the stars to nudge the 2 in a direction favorable to my kin. I understand this must be a lot to digest, but if you're ever to become a capable Astrologian, you must believe in the path laid out before you and in your power to read it, follow it, and ultimately control it. Take some time to acclimate yourself to your new abilities and let me know when you're ready to begin. Alright, you learned it. Now you have to read your spell things. The Bole. Range DPS or healer. The Ewer. Range DPS or healer. Anyway, here you learn the balance. Melee. Arrows melee. That's the spirit. Anyways, let's save Grandpa. See in your eyes that you are ready. Whether that actually makes you ready or not, only time will tell. Time, unfortunately, is something we no longer have in abundance. Let us take to the shadows and find out where these bands are holding my grandfather. May the stars be our guide. Alright, more shenanigans. Alright, save Mace. Would you like some cards? Remember, as a healer, you're supposed to DPS. Sparklies. This is a card from my grandfather's deck. He is leaving us a trail to follow. Its power is now your own. Oh, I guess I have to pick it up, idiot. The balance. There are 6. We must find all the cards, except I can draw them still. AoE heal. I guess you guys must have a lot of hit points, because that didn't heal you for much. When you do these dungeons, they need to give you a party interface. Ew. When something becomes more disgusting, it becomes more ewer. I'm ranged, I'll do more damage. See, it doesn't even recover that much. Found a bowl of something. You guys are like, let's just stand and don't need to kill everything. That's the spirit. Bandit leader. Throw your down your weapons, cur. What if our choice all along was to cross Blades, houseboy? Dignity. Deep Void Eye. Bandit is more than she appears. Turn around. Dispellable paralysis. Oh, critical heal. Murder the leader. Did it. Saved Grandpa. The not one punch Grandpa. I was not told there would be 2 Astrologians. Enough of this. Run away! I am Quimperain in the employ of Lord Janaknard. I am sent to escort you back to Ishgard. Are you unhurt, my lord? Janaknard, you say, and where is my former student? His constant pestering is one of the reasons I agreed to make the long trip from the old world. I see none but Quimperain and this adventurer. I too have seen no other. Just like you didn't see those bandits until their knives were up our arses, but that is of no matter. It was all as the stars had foretold. Yes, I saw this adventurer long before even setting foot in this accursed continent when the Arcana whispered and told me I would find a worthy successor for my soul crystal. Let me witness how she eased into her new role, but mere moments after taking up the crystal globe and deck. Yes, I knew at once my reading was true and that this adventure was the Astrologian I had been seeking, but now let us see if she has the potential for greatness within her. Alright, Star Mage group. Look to the skies, and there you will see 6 stars aglow in pale yellow. This is the Bole. This constellation is thought to be the gate to the first heaven, the heaven which holds the world tree. Planted by the matron and nurtured by the keeper, the world tree is a source from which all life is said to have sprung. I'll have a bowl of that. The trunk of the world tree or the Bole grants strength to the weak, allowing them to stand firm in the face of adversity. You now open that gate and its power is yours to command. A solid Bole represents a solid foundation. It is not coincidence that this very constellation is resident in mid-heaven at this very moment, the moment of a new Astrologian's birth. And to think I saw all of this a moon ago, it seems I am a better reader of fates than I thought. Ha ha ha! But I jest, it has been a long journey and more than its share of unexpected excitement. I am an old man and one does not need a deck of Arcana to see that my weary legs will not carry much longer. Let us make haste to Ishgard so I may give that ungrateful Janaknard a proper upbraiding. Alright, gotta go back, but first I gotta do Machinist things, right? Unlocking the gate first. Do I get superpowers? No. I do when I finish the quest. What a joy to be here! So, this is Camp Overlooking D. Its inhabitants do seem the type to cloud a man in the face in place of how do you do. Shall we make some inquiries about our prematurely retired instructor? Let us rendezvous at this spot once we've gathered what intelligence we may. Your privates are grinning. Bloke late at Ishgard? Aye, there was a stranger come about asking after one of our lads. Told him the sorry thought he was looking for was in the cabin by the lift, resting up from an axe wound. You mean that big Rogan bastard? You'll find him pacing the boards in front of the infirmary. Some lads seem to know the bloke, but no bugger seems eager to say how. Your privates are scowling. I've seen him, right, and got himself a cold reception too. You can't come apologizing for a deed a decade old and just expect to be forgiven. How fared your interrogations? So it seem our man came here but to visit an old acquaintance. In the vicinity of the wench, you say? Let us investigate this infirmary then. Everything okay over here? Did you get blasted? Were the conditions of your employment not satisfactory? Turn with us to the manufacturer and we can discuss more favorable terms. I understand that Ishgardian presently accord machinists rather less than the respect they deserve, but I promise you, our work shall shine through in due time. People will clamor to learn our profession. You cannot abandon us now. Think of the future. Rosten's Hall. Leave me be. One more step and I'll blow your yapping jaw off. Joy, if you please. I'll get fucked. You shit-knee bastard, next time I'll aim for the shaft with your thighs. Are you not proud? 'Twas you who taught Joy everything she knows about shooting and spitting colorful profanity besides. Alright, the lass has learned lessons well enough to be your new master marksmanship, I'd wager. Do you think so? Oh, but no, Joy is far too busy with her duties at the manor house. And besides, we have this budding machinist who is simply dying to learn from the great Rosenthal. Yup. Buffalo shit. Any scrag who's known me would rather I did the dying. Oh, just look at you, the epitome of a roguish swashbuckler. Why ever did you cease brandishing your weapon in that fashion? Cause only pirate scum hold a firearm like this, and I ain't gonna teach the machinist way to no hopeless sausage-finger adventure when what you dragged in off the street. Then you're saying that if our sausage-finger adventure shows a glimmer of hope, you will consent to instruct her? Did you hear that? This is your chance to display your aptitude for marksmanship. Here, I took the liberty of packing some extra tools of the trade. Convince our reluctant instructor that you are serious in your intentions. I think the gun is almost as big as she is. Humph, you look of a immense adventure about ya. And that's where I started. Fine, I'll give your weapon one bloody chance, one lesson to see what she's made of. The fate of Skysteel manufactory, nay, the very future of machinistry is in your sausage-fingered hands. Take up the weapon and aim for the stars. Alright. Free firearm! Giving kids firearms. Machinist unlocked. Get my gear equipped. Wait, I have no body piece. Guess I'm stuck with this until I gain a level or two. Everything else I have is high quality. And I have all my skills. Alright, what have you got for me? Hypercharge. And seeks to evaluate your natural talent with a firearm. For first time, you're looking comfortable with that carbine. Pity the comfort will only last right up until you shoot the bleeding thing. Right, here's a few pointers before you start, so you don't put a round through your damn foot. Aim the bloody target, squeeze the trigger, not too bloody hard, mind, and boom goes the firearm. It's your shots that'll decide the kind of damage you can do with any particular weapon. Next, talk about the contraption at your waist. Now, I don't rightly understand it, but the boss tells me it draws on the aether in your body and turns into a spark that'll feed some new devices he's working on. Oh, and pray do not forget to carry your soul, the machinist. I based the design on the more traditional soul crystals and will act as a focal point for the energy conversions performed by the aether transformer. Ah, that would be the contraption that was mentioned. You have learned all the machinist actions. Go read them. That's all you're getting for now. Follow me and we'll see how you fare in the field. Or you can throw your carbon in the bushes and flee like a musket whip cur. Them's your choices. We have to do more instances, don't we? Yep, of course we do. Dude, fuck off. You're gonna get reassembled. Anyways, try this again. Alright, what do you need me to do? Right, we're gonna have a good old-fashioned hunt. Joe will be giving you instructions while I eyeball your marksmanship. Alright, it's a joy to have your assistance. Golems will be your first target, focus on getting a feel for range and rhythm. Try to avoid them curls, you don't want to waste your ammunition. To beat basalt golems. You guys are in the way. Get fucked. There's a golem. I can see you. Any more down here? Peloton. Bunch of annoying lightning sprites. Surprise! Alright, did it. An impressive performance. Next up, we're hunting for bombs. Alright, where are they at? Let's go around and murder everything then. Until I find them. Ah, I see a bomb. Another yo shit. Cool story, bro. Hello, bomb. Boink. Did it. Now what are we hunting? Not bad, lass, not bad at all. Let's sit just against some proper nasties, though, eh? Ain't she done enough for a beginner? Not by a long shot. I want to see skins from a pair of Mastids and a pair of tigers. You want her to fail. I ain't letting you cheat his lordship. If you're gonna bend the rules, then so will I. Do what you gotta do, lass. I'll be waiting for those skins in the elbow. Cheating scum. What a joy to be with you. Alright, is it time to murder? The killing paw. Right between the eyes, bitch. Heavy heat. Boop. Tigers are hiding over here. Beat up tiger. Critical. Murder. Oh, are we done? I guess we're done. Did it. Hello. You bring them skins in? Humph, even with young Joy's help, you did well, lassie. Huzzah, you returned to the manufacturer with us then? I said she did well, not that we was done. She's got one last target to take down me. Even she can't win against Ross. Try me. Not truly being bothersome. Would you be so kind as to give the instructor a good drubbing? You don't have very much health. Why did I do this? Breathe, think fire. Nice attack, idiot. Hang out there for a sec. Pew pew! Get fucked. A thrilling performance. Did it. Well, there you are, Instructor. Monica has proven her potential beyond the shadow of doubt. You are a man of your word, are you not? I'll come back to your bloody workshop, but do you know why I left in the first place? To once more breathe the salty air of your beloved homeland? Huh, I ain't got no love for Lenosha. In fact, I'd be happy if I never saw the place again. Then why'd you get inconvenienced by fleeing to a locale you so clearly despise? First sack of gel the size of my bloody head. I don't know who he was working for, but some bloke came around offering me good money to ship anchor, so I did. Someone paid you to abandon the manufactory? Who would do such a thing? Like I said, I've never seen the sod before, but if I show my face at the workshop, his boss is gonna want the job back, I reckon. Pity I already spent it all on grog. Oh, no, you'll not wiggle through my grass that easily. I shall pay this debt, and in return you will instruct every would-be machinist who walks through our door. Well, you've got one bugger worth teaching at least. Guess it's back into the frigid arms of Lady Ishgard for me. Make sure you're dressed up for Canada. Was that wise? The Hellenart coffers aren't exactly fit to burst in. Oh, yes, you're quite right. We are rather short on coin, but I'm certain a thorough inspection of the ledgers will turn up a spare gill or two. You can't put a price on good people, eh, my lordship? That you cannot, my dear. He may be a touch standoffish time, but none can dispute his eye for marksmanship. Such talk aside, I sense the business he had in these parts was not concluded to his satisfaction. Whether the man would confide in me his troubles, I suppose I shall have to content myself with the thought of his return. But you have exceeded my every expectation. Pray join me back at the manufactory, and I shall thank you in a manner that befits your accomplishments. Alright, back to Canada. Now, this is going to be a long episode with all these cutscenes. And all I wanted to do was open up the new classes. Hello, the savior of the Skysteel manufacturer. I'd hoped to furnish you with a suitable reward, but a glance at the ledgers counsels me to wear some prudence. Thus, instead of presenting you with a firearm of the finest materials and latest design, I must humbly ask you to make do with the dated model I gave you back at Camp Overlook. And I must also pass on a message to you from Ronstal. He asks that you take the skills he's taught you thus far and master him in the furnace of battle. Also meant to that effect, I assume he means to offer you further instruction once you display a sufficient level of competence. And such a day can hardly be distant for one of your talents. Alright, did it. Alright, here we go, superpower. Back to doing superpower quests. Hooray! Hypercharge. Alright, gotta wait till 35. make shit hotter. Alright, I'm back. Yay, Star Mages! Janakar, 15 summers passed and still the flippin' clod I lost half of my hair tutoring. Singing an adventure to find the man you summoned halfway across Hydaelyn, always taking the easy route, and to wonder why you still haven't been able to open the second heaven's gate. Allow me to explain, Professor. You see, I was waiting here in case you made it to Ishgard before my manservant Monica could locate you. I think the confusion had you arrived here early only to find the Athenaeum empty. Wait, how did you know I hadn't opened all the gates? My grandfather is the greatest astrologian in all Charlayan. There is naught he doesn't know unless he doesn't wish to know it. You of all people should know that. Perhaps I was hasty in my decision to remain here and see to your training. Train me, you, but what of Professor Mace? Isn't that why he made the journey? My godfather has already completed his task. He simply came to Ishgard out of courtesy to an old people, one who it appears he wasted years on. Wasted? What are you implying, my lady? Ah, my dear Leveva, you still do not see it, do you? Without Janakar stumbling into my tutelage nearly 2 decades past, he never would have taken this adventure under his wing and sent her to us in his stead. It was all as the stars had planned. Your soul, Crystal Professor? This adventure has stolen your soul of the Astrologian? Haha, everything unobservant, Janet. If this adventure had stolen my crystal, Leveva would have read up some terrible fate for the last. No, Monica is my successor. Something I mistakenly thought you might be, but even I cannot see every future, it seems. But do not despair, I have not given up on you completely. Despite your failings, you have tried your best to promote the Charlayan School of Astrology here in this den of fools who fail to see aught, and all beyond the Dragon Star. I wish to see you continue that fight, and that is why I have made Leveva remain here and further your and this adventurer's training. You're retiring? I see, this is all rather overwhelming. Might I have some time to consider your words? No, you either continue training with me and your protege, or you crawl back to obscurity. I should give you both several turns of the sun to study the basics of Charlayan astrology. It should not be so hard for you, Janakar, considering you've had a substantial head start. Once you have committed the basics to memory, then return here. In the meantime, I will be traveling your area searching for locations where Monica and you will unlock the remaining heaven's gates. But you were only recently set upon by bandits. Perhaps traveling alone so soon is unwise. Don't you think I know that? That is why you will be lending me the services of your able manservant. I will? I will. Yes, of course. Anything for the granddaughter of Charlayan's finest professor of astrology. Quimbrain, you heard the lady. Polite manservant. Very good, I shall see my grandfather to the airship landing now, but rest assured that if you neglect your studies, I will know. Alright, oh no, no superpowers yet. Alright, next one is level 35. Now I got a level, alright. So that is good for now. That was a lot of stuff done. So next time I'm either going to continue doing some story quests, or I'm going to go through I have a plethora of class quests to do. Like, every single class has one for level 50. As well as the crafters and gatherer quests all have one, so I could spend an entire 3 episodes doing just that. And thanks for watching! Did you like this video? If you did, like it, leave a comment, and share it. You can click on the left button to subscribe, and the right button to watch more Lalafell adventures. Thanks for watching!